Hi everyone, I'm Tintin57 and back with another update for the Spirit of Steam route for Trainsim World 2. We've had a new article posted over on Dovetail Live whetting our appetites even more for the Spirit of Steam route that's releasing on the 31st of May, and this one is all about the stock that will be included with the route. Also, as we had more screenshots to look at, I wanted to go through this with you here in this video and take a look together. Set in the bustling and industrious northwest of England during the 1950s, Spirit of Steam Liverpool Lime Street to Crewe is home to plenty of interesting and varied rolling stock. We take a look at what you will encounter as you explore this historic route. Transporting you into a different era of railway history, setting the scene and creating a true-to-life experience often relies on the route's key locations, stations and landmarks to immerse you in that snapshot of history. With Spirit of Steam, an additional dimension was required to achieve this level of immersion. Due to the route's proximity to the busy docks and heavy industry of the northwest, and connecting to the West Coast Main Line, freight services are a regular sight throughout the day, so an eclectic mix of era-appropriate freight stock was required. Of course, Liverpool being one of England's most populous and thriving cities, both express and local passenger services terminate here. Let's take a closer look at the passenger and freight rolling stock that you will spot as you explore. Working hard and heading out across the open countryside, Stanier BR 8F number 48139 holds a mixed freight service comprising of weathered standard vans and laden 5-plank wagons. Stacked full of heavy cut timber, it's no wonder the 8F is having to work hard to get across this embankment. The multi-purpose 5-plank wagon will be a common sight and a regular part of your timetable freight services. This jack-of-all-trades wagon was used up and down the length and breadth of the United Kingdom, so it was integral that we included it with this route. By including the empty, laden with wood and tarp covered variants, we've highlighted some of the unique loads you would have seen during that era and added some interesting variety to your freight trains. Steaming into the station and passing a departing Stanier Jubilee Class locomotive, Stanier BR 8F number 48159 introduces us to the other featured freight stock on Liverpool Lime Street to Crewe. The leading wagons of this freight train are a line of laden conflats. Synonymous with this era of railway history, this iconic wagon features in BR brown livery. Trailing behind these are several empty 16-ton mineral wagons. The many coal-burning industries of this area require constant fuel. You'll see innumerable chimneys belching smoke into the sky as you traverse the route. A combination of this and the endless stream of locomotives stored or travelling through the area, mineral wagons are a vital part of keeping this industrial machine going. The BR conflats provided the country with easy access to goods and furniture. We've included several versions of this simple but effective wagon. In addition to empty conflats, container type A and type B both feature, and as you can see from the images we've shown, we've modelled the type A in its single and double load configuration. In much the same way as they were in real life, these wagons also feature train brakes in order to protect their more delicate loads. Huddled in their van away from the grim winter weather, this guard capitalises on the warmth of the inbuilt furnace that this 20-ton brake van offers. Going that extra mile to add to the immersion of this route, we've included the ability to light the furnace and various other subtle brake van features, so make yourself comfortable and enjoy the ride from a different vantage point, or just jump out and see the smoke gently drifting out of the brake van's chimney. British Railways constructed over 5,000 brake vans of different guises and inherited a plethora of uniquely designed vans from the Big Four and even the pre-grouping eras, so these were a very common sight across the country. A vital part of railway safety and logistics of that time, brake vans sat on the back of nearly every freight train that travelled across the network, providing essential security for the driver and other line users. Giving their passengers one of the most cinematic views of the entire route, The crew of BR Jubilee Class Stanier locomotive Swaziland passed Stanier BR8F number 48123 on their way to their next destination, Runcorn Station. Pulling a short rake of BR Mark I coaches, this crew has most likely been assigned local service duties for that day. The workhorses of British Railways passenger stock, the Mark I was made in coachworks across the country and seen in a variety of liveries depending on the region. In the northwest of England, both the maroon and blood and custard variants were commonplace. Although many rakes would comprise of the same coloured coaches, offering an impressive photo opportunity for train spotters, a mix of each was quite common. First introduced with the West Somerset Railway add-on, the Spirit of Steam Mark I's have had some tweaks. The most apparent external differences are the replacement of the Commonwealth bogies with the earlier BR1 bogie design, featuring large leaf springs rather than the coil suspension. The coaches lack the extruded window frames of more modern examples and have no air brake equipment, as this came later. Spirit of Steam Liverpool Lime Street to Crewe features FK, TSO, BSO and BG Mark I's in maroon livery and FK, TSO and BG in blood and custard livery. Trainsim World 2 gives you the freedom to leave the cab and ride as a passenger. Spirit of Steam is no different. These highly detailed coaches have been meticulously recreated down to the correct fabric pattern on the upholstery and revised signage to match the era. Many railway enthusiasts of Britain are familiar with this view, as numerous coaches have survived into preservation. Liverpool Lime Street to Crewe gives you the opportunity to take a seat and enjoy a view you are sadly unable to experience in real life anymore. Alternatively, you may be familiar with this view from your childhood, so step back into the 1950s, gaze out of the window and reminisce about the age of steam gone by. The full release of Spirit of Steam Crewe to Liverpool Lime Street is the 31st of May, and don't forget, as a Dovetail ambassador, I'm able to bring you coverage on release day. I'm also off work that day, so that's a bonus. So there'll be plenty of time to look at Spirit of Steam, and I hope you'll plan to spend some time with me as we explore the route together. That's it for this update. Hope you found it useful. See you on the next one.